My wife just left me. Her name is Ruth. I'm ruthless. Just starting the day with you. Are you happy? Have a happy day. We got happy stuff going on. A lot of bad stuff too in the political world of the left because these people are trying to take our minds over. It wasn't enough just to take our money. Now they want to take our freedom. That kind of goes with the money a little bit, kind of, sort of. But they're bad folks and we got to keep fighting them and we got to win. Greyhound Canada, Ottawa, they're getting closer and closer every day to nationalizing that line, the bus line, the great big dogs that used to drive all over the place, they still are, I guess. But Greyhound has announced that they're going out of business. We're going to stop because we don't make any money. And every day there's little subliminal messages coming out with regard to, you know, the government going to buy it, trying to soften the blow for the taxpayers because taxes have to go up. They've already said every time they go to buy something, they always say the same thing. We'll have to increase your taxes. Really? Duh. Don't you have a savings account? You must have. You take all of our money now. Oh, no. Whenever we buy something, and we like to buy something weekly, we have to get more money from you. Stockton, California, another city in the U.S. that's attempting or trying or experimenting, I guess would be the proper word, with this guaranteed income, right? They're going to pay 100 residents $500 a month without any conditions. It's a program. And it's a test program. And the purpose of it is to eventually ensure that no one in the city of 300,000 people lives in poverty. Okay, you're going to give 300,000 people money? Really? It's not clear on that. I guess the rich people wouldn't because they're too busy hitting them on the head and taking their money. But it's wild. I mean, you lose the reason to get up in the morning. Okay, I think of myself when I was a kid, you know, growing up in the 60s. The only reason I worked is because I had to eat. I mean, otherwise, if somebody would have paid me, if I had a whole bunch of dough or parents that had money back in those days, nobody had money. Houses, if you paid 10 grand for a house, it was always worth 10, right? Now, if you paid 10, it's worth 410, and people, there's leverage, and there's this, and there's that. I mean, it took 3 alarm clocks to get me up when I was 18. I was too busy having a life, right? But I had to work because I had to show up or I couldn't eat. And finally, I grew out of that, and then I worked because I liked it. And here, you'd never have that opportunity because they're paying you to do nothing. It's not very nice. The Democrats in the U.S., you know, this recent pick of the presidents with regard to the Supreme Court, right? Before he even named the person, all the people on the left were opposing it. How do you say no to something when you don't even know what the question is? That's how bad the country is right now in the United States of America. These people are so screwed up, I don't think there's any hope. A psychiatrist wouldn't even accept them. They're too far gone. They can't be saved. Can you really believe that? Pelosi, she's 78 years old. Maybe it's gone. But she's one of the zillions of them that said, I oppose your pick. He hasn't picked one yet. I mean, the country's a mess when that's happening. Socialists are running and are ruining the Democratic Party. I mean, it happened in other countries. It happened in Canada. You know, many years ago, the Liberal Party was a good party. I mean, it was a party of business people with a soul, I guess, and in some senses at that time it was even further right than the Conservative Party. Today, it's been, you know, taken over by socialists and goofs, and that's happening now in the United States, and that's too bad, because unfortunately what happens typically is you end up with a third party, and then you really have a split. There's 7.6 billion people on Earth, plus me, and the United States is 4.3% of that. That's all, 4.3%. If it's a global and fair economy, the commies want the U.S. then to reduce its world financial and protector influence by a few billion multiples. You know, I'm just saying, China and India are almost half of the entire world's population. But who looks after the world? The guy with 4.3%. Why is that? Because they've been capitalists. Typically, traditionally, they're a capitalist country, and they're supporting all these other places. Now, there's all kinds of reasons, I get that, but you know, it's kind of startling when you look at it that way, and when you break it down. Hey, y'all come back tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. Thank you for all of your emails and all of your things, not so much to you liberal goofs that send in all the bad stuff with all those big words, you know. Some of them are pretty short, and some of them even rhyme with truck. I mean, a lot of that goes on with these guys. I mean, they're just wild. I mean, why don't you just say what you mean, right? Thank you very much. 95% of everything we get is constructive criticism and really good comments, and we appreciate it. And it's up to us to keep on making noise because they try hard to intimidate us. We can't let that happen. We got to win. We be in the right common sense. I mean, common sense ain't that common anymore because it's really good sense. And we all have to have that to win. Y'all come back. See ya.